Okay. Good morning, dear students of class 10. How are you? I think all of you are okay. Now I am going to start the continuation of the chapter Sources of Energy. First, petroleum gas. Petroleum gas. Petroleum gas is obtained as a byproduct in oil refineries from fractional distillation of petroleum. The main constituents of petroleum gas is butane. Though other gases in small amount of propane and ethane. Thus we can say petroleum gas is a mixture of three hydrocarbons, that is butane, propane and ethane. Butane, propane and ethane are gases under atmospheric pressure, but they can be easily liquefied under pressure. The petroleum gas which has been liquefied under pressure is called liquefied petroleum gas, in abbreviated form LPG. Dangers of LPG. Danger of LPG. LPG is a highly inflammable and odorless gas. That is, it catches fire easily. For this, a very small amount of foul smelling substance, ethyl mercaptan, C2H5SH is added to LPG cylinder to help in the detection of gas leakage. LPG is considered Uses of LPG. Uses of LPG. LPG is considered as a good fuel. The reasons are it has high calorific value. It has high calorific value. Which is which is 50 kilojoules per gram. Number two, it is very neat and clean domestic fuel. Number three, it burns with smokeless flame. And hence number three, it burns with smokeless flame, and hence it does not causes pollution. It does not causes pollution. Number four, it does not produce. Number four, it does not produce any poisonous gas. It does not produce any poisonous gas on combustion. Number five, it is easy to handle. It is easy to handle. And convenient to store. Now I start thermal power plant. Thermal power plant. Thermal power plant. A thermal power plant produce thermal power plant. A thermal power plant produce electricity by burning of fossil fuel, that is coal or oil. A schematic diagram of a thermal power plant is shown in the figure on the whiteboard. Water reservoir, furnace. turbine. A schematic diagram of a thermal power plant, thermal power plant. Coal or oil is burnt in a furnace, to produce heat energy. This heat energy is used to boil water in the reservoir. The steam produced in the reservoir is allowed to fall on the turbine. Under high pressure. The steam falling on the turbine, whose axle is connected to the generator, which produce electricity. In fact, the mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. The electricity so produced is transmitted to the distant places through transmission wire. The thermal power plant are usually set up on near coal field, so that there is no problem in transporting fuel. Now, disadvantage of thermal power plant. Disadvantage of thermal power plant. Disadvantage of thermal power plant. The burning of coal or fuel in a thermal power plant causes environmental pollution and global warming. Okay? This is for thermal power plant. This is the physics of the thermal power plant. Now, hydroelectric power plant. hydroelectric power plant. Hydroelectric power plant. Flowing water is a major source of energy. The electricity produced by flowing water is known as hydroelectric power. A plant used to produce hydroelectric power is known as hydroelectric power plant. Is known as hydroelectric power plant. Now I am drawing a schematic diagram of hydroelectric power plant. This is water reservoir. This is dam. This is turbine. Dam. Power plant. Power plant. Transformer. Transformer. Canal. a schematic diagram of hydroelectric power plant. A schematic diagram of hydroelectric power plant. Hydroelectric power plant. A dam or water reservoir is made over a river. The energy of stored water in the dam is potential energy. The water in a dam is allowed to fall on the turbine. As a result of this, the turbine rotates, whose axle is connected to the armature of the generator. The armature of the generator rotates within two poles of a magnet, strong magnet, the rotation of armature of the generator between the two poles of a magnet, strong magnet, gives rise to electricity. This electricity is transmitted to the substation through a transformer. For further distribution to the houses and factories. Working principle of hydroelectricity. Now, working principle of hydroelectricity. The potential energy of the stored water in the reservoir is converted into kinetic energy of the turbine. The water falls on the turbine. So kinetic energy of the falling water is converted into kinetic energy of the armature of the generator. The kinetic energy is converted into electrical energy known as hydroelectricity. Advantage of hydroelectricity. Advantage of hydroelectricity. Advantages of hydroelectricity. Advantages of hydroelectricity. Number 1, hydroelectricity is pollution free. Hydroelectricity is pollution free. Pollution free. Number 2, hydroelectricity is the cheapest source of energy. Hydroelectricity is the cheapest source of energy. Number 3, the energy of stored energy, stored water, the energy of stored water is the renewable source of energy. Renewable source of energy. Now I discuss disadvantages of the hydroelectricity. Disadvantages of the hydroelectricity. Disadvantages of the hydroelectricity. Number 1, hydroelectricity is generated over a river having water throughout the year. So a lot of money is to be spent on the transmission process for the distribution of electricity to the houses and factories. Number 2, a large number of agricultural land is submerged under water, is submerged near the site of the dam, and large ecosystems are destroyed. Number 3, a large number of people residing a large number of large number of people residing near the site of the dam. For these near the site of the dam are dislocated. For this, a lot of problems are to be faced. For this, a lot of problems are to be faced. In rehabilitating these people. Hydroelectric power cannot be, number 4, hydroelectric power cannot be constructed everywhere. Everywhere. Hydroelectric power cannot be constructed everywhere. They are constructed usually in hilly areas. They are constructed in hilly areas. Okay, these are the advantages of the disadvantages of hydroelectric power plant. Now, advantage of constructing over river. Advantages of constructing over constructing a dam over river. Dams are helpful to number 1, Controls of flood. Control of flood over river. Number 2, generate hydroelectricity. Generate hydroelectricity. Generate hydroelectricity. Number 3, irrigate agricultural land. Irrigate agricultural land. Agricultural land. Number 4, develop water sports. Water sports for recreation. For recreation. Number 5, develop fishing zone. Develop fishing zone. Fishing zone. These are the advantages of constructing a dam over a river. Okay, dear friends, stay up this today. Next class I will discuss about solar cell and nuclear fusion. Okay.